this is done in wisdom, Father, I obey you.
Good, my son. Your dutifulness to me has never been questioned. I know that her loss will be a great burden to you, but she would only have brought misery on your house and home.
Her crimes were clear and unforgiving?
Indeed, she mocked our household, my authority, and our laws. If I had shown her pity, can you imagine the outrage from the citizens for handling her with special treatment? This anarchy that she stirs is the greatest crime. If we are to triumph, there must be law and order.
I see.
Women, such as Antigone, seek to unseat us from power. Never, Haman, never let a woman overturn your natural authority.
I acknowledge the wisdom that you profess when you speak of law and order, and I rejoice in your ascent to the throne. Now please don't think me one that seeks to criticize your decisions, but I'd like to remind you of the anecdote of the tree and the river. You've seen many trees in the floods of the winter thaw and spring rains. Some trees sway with the river. They bend and remain for many more seasons. They give fruit and shade and send their seeds down the river to begin new life. Then there are those who stand firm, roots deeply entrenched. Because they are so rigid, thinking themselves strong, they snap and splinter, never to be seen again. Father, you must bend or break.
Do you lecture me?
Relax your anger. Never be so single-minded that you assume the world is wrong and that you are the only one who is right.
You may do well to listen to your son's advice.
So men are ready to be schooled by boys. You would have me honor this treason?
Not honor, but forgive.
You fight for a woman, like a woman.
I see my father now, offending justice and wrong.
She has corrupted you with her lust.
It is her love that ties me to her.
Well, her death will rid you of this so-called love.
Her death will cause the death of another.
You go too far with your threats. Bring her before me. She will die, now, beside her brood.
You are delusional, but one thing is clear. You have no son. You will never set eyes on my face again.
Such a burst of anger.
He is too rash.
He may do something violent.
We'll see about that. As for Antigone, I will repay her equally for her crimes. We will wall her up in a vault alive. Give her just enough rations so that she can extend her miserable life to think on her defiance. Then, when she expires, there will be no one able to perform the proper burial rites over her carcass.
Has my king gone too far? I worry for Antigone, for Haman, for Creon, for all of these.
Here she comes. Antigone makes her way to her bridal and burial vault.
My people of Thebes, do not forget what you see. Remember it. Tell the story of how fear and hate made us give away our country.
We are remorseful. There will be no wedding song for you now, Antigone. The mood has changed and the tune is broken.
Bear witness to my death and sing a lamentful song for ages.
Your strength in your rebellion, it is your father's spirit moving within you. And now we see your family's end.
This is the fateful end to the house of Laius. My mother and father, both husband and son to the same bride, are their doom and their wretched children. They at last pay for their unnatural crimes.
If it wasn't for your wild passions, you might have led a longer life.
Let not the worth of my life be measured by its length. My passion is indelible. You can no more remove it than my soul.
You will find both removed soon enough. God, place her in the vault and build the wall.
Songs of more than
to us, Tiresias.
Good day, people of Thebes. Is Creon, your king, nearby?
I am. What news have you for me, old man?
My king, you know I've never led you astray.
And for that I thank you.
I will teach you now, again if you will listen.
I owe you no small debt of favor. Do you tie down to listen to your words?
What I say may cause you to shudder.
Well, even the worst of news must be delivered quickly. Is Thebes in danger?
The plague on the body of Thebes has always been directly linked to its head. It is you now that cause the disease to spread.
To what horrors do you portend?
Within our religious shrines around the altar, a murder of carrion crows gather along with the smell of death. The gods spurn us for denying their laws of burial rites. I warn you, Creon, you turn the heavens against us.
Why have you led this fool here? This obscene advice is rhetoric for the weak.
Your weakness is your inability to grow. You must bend to mend the plague. It is human, Creon, to make mistakes, but we must learn from our failures in order to find success. It is stubbornness, blind stupidity to deny the gods, honoring the soul, and even fight to the afterlife. Why antagonize the gods in the name of your pride? Turn. I've seen the outcome. Turn back before the worst of it befalls you.
Unburden yourself. What is the horror of which you hint?
Because you have robbed the gods of a soul that belongs to them, the sun will not rise again until your own son does fall into darkness. A soul for a soul.
How can this be?
Within mind's eye, gifted to me by the gods, it was shown that an act of pride and wrongful law would push him over the razor edge of fate.
Surely he is not so impetuous.
Look to your family and you will see this inherited trait. It is unclear if you can change the outcome of this vision, for your delay only strengthens the resolve. Perhaps it is not too late. Come, take me home.
Such terrible prophecies.
I am shaken and torn. I hate to yield and break my promise of law, but my pride runs ruin. What should I do?
Go. Go and free the girl from the wall. Her life might not be saved, but a proper burial can still be made to appease the gods.
Very well. All of you, take up axes. There is no time to waste. Come!
Without love, come and send her soul above. All her life in decay, all her days taken away. Antigone, Antigone, we now sing for you. Antigone, 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 Antigone.
Quick, I bring most unlucky news. For Creon and his royal line, all is lost.
What do you mean?
For the dead and the living, his house is tainted in blood and guilt and murder.
Murder? Who is dead?
By his own hand, Haman has taken his life.
Oh, God, no.
Tiresias saw this and tried to warn our king. We're too late. And look, now here comes his bride. We must tell her the news of her son's death.
Why do my people turn from me? Open tears have greeted me since leaving the city gates. My good citizens, friends, tell me the news, even if it terrorizes me. I need to know. Your son, my queen, is dead. No. No, no, no. What did you say? Haman is not dead. Pardon my words, my queen. Haman broke into Antigone's tomb and found her. She had taken her bridal gown and created a noose. While in his grief and rage, Haman was discovered by Creon. Haman was crying and kissing her feet He went for his knife to attack his father, but was unable to take his revenge. Cornered in desperation, he took his own life with his blade and fell upon his bride-to-be, where they are intertwined in death, married together at last.
Oh, my lady, I worry for her, leaving without so much as a word. How can we begin to feel enough pity for her?
My words cause despair and despising. I hope they don't cause new grief.
Look, here comes the king. And the people carry Haman's body from the tomb.
Stubborn misery. Senseless insanity. My son. My only son. Lost.
You sought justice, my king. And now we see the pitiful outcome of those pursuits.
I've learned too late. Through blood and tears.
Master, I'm afraid this grief you have brought yourself is not complete. In the house, you will see the rest of your family's fate.
What news more?
Eurydice, this boy's mother, your wife and queen, her wounds are fresh.
My wife?
Your household has been robbed of all life, my lord.
The wounds to your household shake the very foundation of Thebes.
And I have brought this fate on all of you?
It is true, my king.
Then I can no longer be your king. No. I am choked. I can no longer breathe with this crown. Oh gods, fate! Come, take me with them!
There are no prayers left for you to speak. Your fate is to live with the destruction that you have made. The gods, they've had their say. And thus ends the story we have come to know of how those in power must care for those below,
of how ties to tradition we must bind to avoid the pride that makes us blind. As we invoke the exodus of our revelry, may we not forget